everybody. Hello. For you that don't know me, my name is Loni Love. This is my book signing that I'm having for my second book, I Tried to Change So You Don't Have to. And very excited to be here. Trying to get this going. You know how it is. You're trying to get stuff going. Oh, it's 200. Oh, 900. Oh, I'm impressed. 200 people. Welcome to the book signing, people. This is a live book signing by Premier Collectibles. I want to make sure I got everything right. This is a live book signing with Premier Collectibles. So I'm going to actually be signing actual books. And there is time for you to get your book signed. And you can ask me questions. Just go to premiercollectibles.com/Loni. Premier Collectibles/com. What's up, Jasmine Rosario? You like my makeup? Thank you. It's quarantine makeup. Oh, look at that. Oh, the lighting, okay? What's up, Denver, Colorado? I'm going to start answering, and I'm going to sign books, as you can tell. The book drops tomorrow, you guys. It's called I Tried to Change So You Don't Have to. And, you know, it's a memoir. It's about my life, and it's about things that I went through, because a lot of people don't know the things that I went through to get where I am. I might read from a couple of pages too, so that you guys know. So get the pens already. But I know a lot of you, a lot of you out there are struggling. You want to know how you make it. And, it may not have to necessarily be how to make it in show business. Maybe you're trying to open up a business. Maybe you're trying to get married. Maybe you're just trying to get to the next day. Well, that's why I wrote this book. It's for people that, come from humble beginnings. And maybe they need a little lift. And I think right now, especially with everything that's going on in our country, in our world, we need a little levity, but we also need a little inspiration. And that's what this book is about. That's all it's about. I Tried to Change So You Don't Have to. So you can order it, a signed copy by me. This is historic. I'm going to start signing right now. I guess I'll sign in red. Red. I'm a Delta. Red. And I'll sign it. And then you will get your copy. Just go to premiercollectibles.com/Loni. I'll write something like "Stay Sexy." That's for somebody. Stay sexy. With an exclamation point. You can order it right now if you want to. Okay? So I got some people that have signed up already. And they're asking me questions. So I'm going to shout them out, and I'm going to start signing their books. Amber from London. Amber, what's up, Amber? This is Amber's question. What was your main inspiration for writing the book? My main inspiration, I think I answered it, London, sorry. But this will be for you. This will be your copy. And I'm going to write London because you're so sweet. And I love the name London. So, London, here's your copy. And it will be coming to you. I wrote this because I know that there are a lot of you out there that are going through it. You're suffering. You need inspiration. You need advice. I wish when I was in my 20s that I had this book, because I didn't have a book like this, that, kind of explains what I went through. I was homeless at one point. At one point, I did get married. Another point, I was confused, and I was like an engineer, and I was unhappy. I talk about it all in this book, and it tells you the processes that I made to get through it. And that's what I did. So that's the main reason, is because I love my fans. You guys have been down with me for so long. So many of you have come to my shows. You support watching me on TV, on my movies. You know, a lot of you guys support me on Chelsea Lately. I appreciate that so much. And I think it's just about being transparent in the book. So that's why I actually wrote this book. It's for us and it's inspiration. And I want to say something that's really important right here. Everybody that's watching me right now, we are living in historic times. This is times of a pandemic. This is something that hasn't happened for 100 years. Write your story. I don't care if you just get your little piece of paper, a notebook, you know, go to one of the little stores, CVS or Target, get your little notebook, get your pen. And even if you're not a big writer, just write a couple of sentences. Maybe in the day, before the day, you know, you get up, write something. At night, maybe write a couple of things, how you're feeling, what happened. Record your life, because a lot of us don't have recordings. We don't have historical recordings. And this is something historic that's happening to us with the uprisings and the pandemic. So I implore you, if you don't get anything out of this conversation today, get you a notebook and start recording, and have your children to do it as well. Okay. So that's the one thing I do want to stress. I have another person, that want a book. Name is Carolyn from Clearwater, Florida. All right, Carolyn, this is Carolyn's questions, you guys. What is the greatest obstacle you had to overcome in learning to better yourself and becoming successful? What is the greatest obstacle? You know what? This is the thing, Carolyn, my greatest obstacle, and I'm going to sign your book, Carolyn. This is London's. I don't want to mess it up. This is going to be Carolyn's. Carolyn's, the greatest obstacle is becoming myself and being comfortable with myself. And that is called flaws, embracing my flaws. And that was the greatest thing, because you gotta remember, I'm in an industry where it's all about beauty. It's all about how you look. It's all about how sexy you are, you know. I mean, I don't care what it is. They want you to be sexy. I remember I was doing a Popeye's chicken commercial. This is years ago. It's in the book, right? And they wanted me to be sexy. It's like, oh, you frying chicken, but you going to be sexy frying that chicken. I'm like, how am I going to be sexy frying chicken? Because that wasn't me. I'm more of happy and jovial. I'm sexy when I need to be sexy, but I don't want to be sexy all the time. And so it was obstacles like that, Carolyn, that I had to, actually overcome, and learning to be comfortable and saying no. You know, when you are trying to get somewhere in your life, I know a lot of y'all say yes to anything. Oh, yeah, because you think sometimes there's power in saying no. So overcome the obstacle of embracing your flaws, embrace it, and also be comfortable with saying no. You learn how to say no, you'll be surprised at what opens up. A lot. Carolyn, this is your book, baby. I'm going to put Carolyn in here. Let me see. Make sure I spell your name right, Carolyn. C-A-R-O-L-Y-N. Carolyn, I got your book for you, boo. Do you want a signed book? Go to premiercollectibles.com. premiercollectibles.com/Loni. I got plenty of books, as you can see, all around me. It drops tomorrow. I'm going to be on The View tomorrow, y'all. Oh, I'm scared. This is my first time on The View. So make sure y'all check it out on View. I hope they should be nice. Huh? I hope so. I think that's so nice of them to let me come on as an author. So here's my next question. This is the live signing. Got my little jazz. Get you some water. I know some of y'all need to hydrate. Drink you and take vitamins. Hydrate. I've been talking all day. Make sure you drink some water. Make sure you hydrate. Make sure you take your vitamins, because we're building our immune systems up, okay? This is a book signing and a health retreat. That's what we're going to do. Okay, next question comes from Norris from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Okay, hi. What was your motivation to write this book? My motivation to write the book was that, let me sign my name on yours. See, as they putting in their questions. My motivation was that I know a lot of people only know me from certain things. And they think that this was like, oh, it has happened. No, it didn't just happen. I know nobody in the entertainment industry. I knew nobody trying to get to college. And so these are stories of what I did and how things happened for me. So that's what actually inspired me to write the book. And they're funny stories, you know. Some's not, you know, all doom and gloom. It's like a lot of funny stories in here. And I have like, after each paragraph, let me see. After each chapter, not paragraph, but chapter, I put like jokes that kind of summarize what I was feeling or what I was trying to say. So, you know, that's what makes it a hilarious book. Like Big Girls Rock. This is it. I'll read one. Big Girls Rock. Top reasons to appreciate a full-figure woman. Okay, this is for all my fluffy sisters out there. You're beautiful and you're sexy. It says, Big Girls Rock. Top 10 reasons to appreciate a full-figure woman. 1, because I said so. You want to fight me? No, you don't. I look good, damn it. When I twerk, it's a big deal. It sure is a big deal when I twerk, okay? Me and Lizzo. Hey! What's up, Lizzo? I'll keep you warm in the winter. Ow! Cuddle season. Ow! I order great takeout. My breasts feel like soft pillows. You'll always sleep in a king-size bed because James, no. We can't sleep in no twin. When we walk together, people part like the Red Sea. That's right, because you look out for greatness. And you'll never go hungry with me. That's right. We in the pandemic. I got all kinds of stuff in the refrigerator for y'all. So this is like the kind of stuff that I put in here. And also I put pictures. I put pictures in here. This was my when I graduated. Ooh, I didn't have no lashes. This was a kindergarten. Right. So I got all kind of pictures in here of my life and stuff like that. So it's really like a love story. So I got you, boo. Let me put your name. South Carolina to Norris. I got you. I'm gonna say stay safe, boo boo. Stay safe. Wear y'all masks too. It's a live signing. That's what we doing. Live signing. Okay, I'm gonna take the next question. I think it's Delandra from Zuri, Holland. Ooh, from foreign. We gonna ship there. It's just me in the house. I don't know why I'm turning like somebody here. It's just me. Okay. Well, I guess we gonna ship to Holland. Here's the question: who was your biggest influencer in your life? The biggest influencer in my life, and I talk about it in the book, is a man named Mr. Arnold. Mr. Arnold changed my life. I'm going to tell you, in life, you always need somebody to help you out. And Mr. Arnold did that for me. So, and I talk about him a lot, and I want to give him thanks and praise, because if it wasn't for Mr. Arnold, I don't know where I would be. So, these are the signed ones, so I'm trying to keep track. And what we're going to do is ship them all. And then my people are going to handle it and get everybody their signed copy. I'm just so happy you guys are still with me. Thank you so much. This is the signing of the books. And it's not too late for you to join. Go to, oh my goodness, let me make sure I get it right. Go to, it's livesigning.com, but it's also premiercollectibles.com. That's where you can get, that's where I'm getting these questions from, y'all. Y'all are giving me some questions, you know. Next question comes from Doris in Inglewood, California. Inglewood, what up, Doris? Doris asks, was it hard getting in the entertainment industry? Was it hard? Girl, Doris, girl, you don't know. But I didn't have to do some things that you see some people having to do. But it was hard. And I'm going to tell you why it was hard. Because I didn't know anybody. I didn't have no contacts. And that's hard. Now, I tell anybody, if you are, you want to be an up and coming performer, I think it's best that you develop your art, develop your craft, And that's what I did. I was in comedy clubs, and I talk about this in the books. I was in comedy clubs for at least 10 years trying to, and I was working as an engineer, and then I was also in the comedy clubs at night. And that's all I was doing for like a good solid 5 years. That's all I would do. I would go to work, and then at night I hit the clubs. And I had to hit the clubs because I need to build up my name. I need to build up my comedy, and I needed to, get over stage fright. Because when I first started, when we talk about bomb, it was like World War X. That's how bad I did. It was bad. And then that let me know, it's like, if I'm going to really do this, I have to get the experience. So that's what I did. I just sacrificed, and, I cut off a lot of stuff, and I just did engineering in the day. And they was getting on my nerves with the potlucks and all that kind of stuff. And then I hit the clubs at night, and then I was sleepy, and I'd be taking naps in my car because I was trying to make it. And I got my first break, because I started doing like the Chitlin circuit. And I talk about this, and this is like stuff that maybe you don't understand about the comedy and why there are not a lot of females in comedy. There are a lot of females, but there are not a lot of females that do the road. And I actually did do the road, and I still do the road. And when we're talking about the road, like, I go from city to city doing comedy clubs. And that really helped me to build my comedy, my stand-up performance. But the thing is that I got my big break once I had built up enough time and got my name. And then there was a call. I was at work, and one of my coworkers knew that I did comedy, because I was like telling people, come to my. I used to do bringer rooms and stuff, and so he said, "Hey, HBO is having they're having an open call for a comedy show," and I was like, "What?" And it was for a comedy festival, the Aspen Comedy Festival, and I went down there, and because I had been working on my comedy, I had, I knew just what I thought the industry needed. And out of 600 people, I got the spot at the Aspen Comedy Festival. And I went to the Aspen Comedy Festival, and I'm going to tell you the rest because it's in this book. So you got to read, because you'll find out what happened. See, that's how I got you. But that was the biggest obstacle, Doris. It was really hard getting in the, and it's still hard, because if you don't know people, or, if you don't get the audition right. And I talk about the audition that I had for Soul Plane. That was my first big movie. And Soul Plane was supposed to be a bigger hit than it was. You got to read about it. It's hilarious. Shout out to Monique, because Monique helped me out a lot. So I appreciate Monique, okay? All right, Doris, I got your book signed, baby. All right. Next is Anita from Baton Rouge. Oh, I did a movie in Baton Rouge. It was called Badasses 1 and 2. Badasses with Danny Glover and Danny Trejo. So, what's your question, baby? Anita, let me put you, Anita, signing her book right now. Right now. Signing your book, Nita. Nita says, I love your spirit. Oh, thank you, Nita. I love your personality, humor, your style. What keeps you focused to keeping it all together? What keeps the money? No, I'm just kidding. You know what? The reason why I tell people to find out what it is that you really want to do in life, because even if you don't get paid for it, you will have some fulfillment and you will be happy. And so what makes me stay focused and keeping it all together is that I am happy to do what I'm doing right now, which is to help entertain people. And I think that even with everything that's happening, for you that follow me on IG, I do an IG live 3 days a week. I've been going out and I give out information. We do the When We All Vote with Michelle Obama. I do stuff that I love now. I'm in a position and I'm thankful for that. But I want to do things that help to inspire people. And that's what keeps me focused. So if I'm doing something and I don't feel good about it, even if I write a joke, sometimes I write a joke and be like, ooh, this joke is funny. But the joke was wrong and you don't feel good, I cut it off. I don't do it anymore. And there are things that I have said on the reel that I know I shouldn't have said. And maybe I didn't have time because the reel is timed and I'm not able to clarify what I say. So I try to go back and I try to clarify myself later on. But if I truly don't feel good about something, the way I stay focused is I don't say it. I'll stop it. And it's never too late to stop. You're never too late to stop. Another way that I stay focused, Anita, another way I stay focused is I keep a chart of my goals. And that's something that you guys need to do. If you try to get somewhere in your life, you trying to have that baby or find that man, you got to write down. That's why I told y'all, get a little piece of paper and start, writing down how you feel. Write down your goals. Write down how you working on your goals. Because then you keep track and you stay focused. And sometimes you get caught up, you going to barbecues and it's sometime and you're watching Netflix and then you be like, the time has passed. Y'all realize it's already June. It will be June. It's June 22nd. So what? We got about 8 more days in June, and it's all July. That's how time ain't waiting on nobody. So if you want to stay focused, you have to write stuff down. You have to be committed and keep people around you that can help you, stay focused as well too. Stop hanging around a bunch of people that ain't doing nothing. All they doing is wasting their time. Life is so short. Okay? I ain't trying to preach. Y'all asking me the questions. I'm just giving y'all answers. Here, this is the book signing. The next question. Keisha from Detroit. What's up, Detroit? My hometown. Just did the commencement for Cass Tech. Yes, Cass Tech. Second to none. First, number one, second to none. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so here's what my homegirl asking me. Did growing up in the projects get you ready for Hollywood? Lord, did it ever. Okay. You know what? Let me tell you something. People talk about the projects all they want. The reason why I talk about the projects is that I'm not embarrassed by it. It's where my foundation started. And also it's where I got my sense of humor from. Everybody in the projects is funny. Everybody. Because you know what? We ain't trying to put on airs. We all funny. The old people funny. The mailman funny. The wino is funny. And so I had a great foundation. And that foundation is what gave me, my sense of humor. And being from Detroit too, it's a lot of hardworking people. And they're all hardworking. We continue to be hardworking. And I just love my city. And that's why I support it so much. It's like me, Big Sean, Eminem. We believe in it. But yeah, to answer your question, the projects prepared me because it gave me my sense of humor. And also sometimes when you have a sense of humor, you can, you can get through a lot of stuff that's hurt you. So that's why I believe in a sense of humor. Especially what's happening with us politically right now is hilarious. We look at it sometimes. Okay. Next question. This is the book signing. Next question comes from Lorraine in Alexandria, Virginia. Y'all some laughing people in Alexandria. I like Alexandria. All right. What type of things do you write in your journals? Oh, let me tell you. I'm signing your book right now. I write all kind of things in my journal. Like for me, it's like a process. I write how I'm feeling that day. I write what happened that day. And then I'm writing what can I do in the future. So that's how I do it. So I do like a 3-step. So I write how I'm feeling, what I did that day, and what can I do in the future. Because remember, I still have goals. And people, I don't care how old you are. I'm 8,000 years old. I still have goals. Okay? Don't let people say you can't. One of my goals is learn how to split. I'm still working on that. But I'm going to get those splits one day. I might break both of my knees. But I'm going to get those splits. See? Have your goals. Don't let nobody laugh at you because you got goals. My knees get a little big, thighs a little big. I'm gonna get them splits. Why? And when I do, then I'm gonna do a TikTok video because I just got on TikTok. TikTok is so good. If you haven't gotten on TikTok, them kids, I had one of James' grandbaby show me how to do TikTok. I was like, Dang, that is so good. Here, I'm put Stay Sexy on yours. Okay. So, yeah, but that's what I do. All right, here's my next one. Next question. This is so fun. Thank y'all for hanging. You're still hanging with me. I appreciate that. Beth from Redlands, California. That's up the street, okay? Loni, how long did it take you to write this book? Ooh. You know, God bless my publisher. Hello, Michael. I know you guys are watching. Hachette is my publisher. They're very Hachette Go. You know, it's lovely, lovely, lovely producers, lovely publishers. They gave me 4 months. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we are under a deep time crunch. But let me tell you, it was easy. And I was able to accept the offer. One, because I had a great collaborator, Janine Amber. Thank you, Janine. But also, I had already had my stories. And that's why I told y'all to journal. Because I've been journaling since I was 13. So all I had to do was go back to my journals. And I'd be like, oh, I forgot this happened. Oh, this. Or just refresh. Because, you know, in my mind, I knew everything. But, you know, back in the day, like, with listening to the Jackson 5 and all that, I forgot about all that stuff. So I went back to my journals. And so basically, I had all my stories. I just needed to decide which stories to pick. That was the problem. I didn't know which stories because I got a whole nother part 2, Michael Bars, part 2 coming. Because this is just part 1. I ain't put all the stories up in here at all. Okay? I got a lot of stories. It's going to be real juicy. And the more I get into Hollywood, wait till I tell y'all about some of them stories. Okay, there we go. We're going to lean to the side. All right, this is the signing. Let me see. Thank you for your question, Beth. I appreciate that. Daquan, I believe, Durham, North Carolina. Daquan, Durham, North Carolina. North Carolina, I did my internship, my engineering internship. I did at North Carolina A&T, and my best friend, Monique, is from, she's from Raleigh. She's not from Durham, but we like Durham too. Okay. What is one thing you would do differently career-wise? Okay, y'all want the truth? Y'all want the truth? Y'all want the truth on this? I would have my own show. And it's in the book. I hate to keep telling y'all this because I need y'all to read the book, but I would have my own show. And I explain what happened and why I don't have my own show. I'm still trying to get my own show. But yeah, that's what I would do differently in my career. And it's juicy. And some of y'all may be guessing why. But I would do my own. I would really do my own show. I really would. And I would have waited and done my own show. But now that things are better, you know. But still, I'm looking for my own show. And I want to do my own show. So, that's the truth. That's what you get when you come to my book signing. Nothing but the truth. Okay, look at all these that we got signed so far. I'm going to be up here all night with y'all. And we're going to have a good time. Thank you for your question. Next question is from Angela. No. Christina, Orange Park, Florida. Are you happy? Did you fulfill your dreams? Well, Christina, thank you for your concern. I am very happy. And I'm going to tell you why. I am doing what I thought when I was younger. You know, I thought, well, I got to do what everybody else is doing. So when I was an engineer, you know, it's like everybody get married. Oh, I got to get married too. And I was like, well, why am I going to get married? And then I did get married, and I talk about it in the book. I did get married, and I was like, oh, I was the worst wife. I mean, I was bad. It wasn't good. So that's why I'm saying you can't do stuff that everybody else do. You got to listen to you. You got to really listen to you and internalize you. And once you internalize you, then you can go, oh, you know? Because everybody trying to think that's, because society will have you thinking that's what you got to do. And if you want to do it. And do it and plan it and do what you need to do. But, But I'm happy now. Very happy with the decisions I made because I'm blessed. Blessed. Humbly blessed. Angela from Los Angeles, California. Hi, Loni. I'm so proud of your success. May God continue to bless you. That's sweet. Angela, may God continue to bless you too. And wear your mask, Angela. Wear a mask. It's a contagious disease. Wash your hands. If you can find some gloves, I found some gloves at Target. Get you some plastic, throwaway vinyl gloves. When you go out here, you know, if you're marching or if you're going to the grocery store, put on them gloves, put on that mask. You can never be too safe. But thank you, Angela. I'm going to sign your book for you, okay? Elliot. Elliot in Rego Park, New York. Elliot writes, what inspired you to write this book? Can men also learn from them? Men need to learn a lot from this book. You can learn a lot from this book, even if you are a man, because, you know, the thing is that a lot of times men say they don't understand women. And that's another reason why I want women to start sharing their stories, because they don't, you know, they don't get to share a lot of their real stories, of the real biographies. So men can learn a lot about this, especially if you're a man that's trying to get somewhere. This is not this book is not for women. I'm not talking about women's stuff. I'm talking about just my life and how I made progress. So if you want to be inspired, or maybe if you even want to laugh, you know, I would say this is for men, especially young men who are trying to find themselves, you know. Let me see. I'll read a little bit from the book here. Here's another one of the blocks. This is from the chapter that says, chapter 6. If God sends you a sign, you better pay attention. Woo-hoo! Okay, Elliot, man or woman can read this book. If God sends you a sign, you better pay attention. And at the end, I say, listen up. You never know when someone is going to bless you with their brilliance. Here are a few gems of wisdom I wasn't expecting, but sure glad I got. The people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. That was from a crackhead trying to sell me a ladder. Never take a break in Hollywood. When you need a break, Hollywood will give you one. That was the infamous Joan Rivers. I was at her house. We had just did a podcast. And I remember eating finger sandwiches in her kitchen in Malibu. Yes. And she came in and she wanted to make sure she left. She was like, thank you, Loni, for doing the podcast. And I was still sitting there. I think she wanted me to leave because I was still eating. I was going to eat all them finger sandwiches and that juice she had. I don't know what that juice was, but I was like, and so she left. And then she came back and she said, no, I need to tell you one more thing. And that's what this what it was. You know, you never take a break in Hollywood. When you need a break, Hollywood will give you one. And I'll never forget that. Thank you, Joan Rivers. Rest in peace. The last one is, you better love yourself first, because you may be the only one who ever will. That was Miss French. Miss French was a Girl Scout troop leader in the projects. So that's what I'm saying. This is a book for everybody. It's not just for women. So, and here's your signing, Elliot. Thank you very much for your question. A few more. Brittany from Bermuda. Whoa. All right, Brittany. Loni, how did you fall in love with yourself and learn to appreciate your body? I've been a huge fan of yours for years now. Sending love from Bermuda. Thank you, Brittany. I don't know if I fell in love with myself or I just started appreciating myself. You know, I didn't fall in love. I started appreciating myself, and now I love who I am and what I am trying to do for the world. So that's what I would say. It's not so much that, you know, accepting my body. It's like right now we all quarantine. We all probably got to quarantine 5 or 10 or 20 pounds. It is what it is. So what you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit there and complain? Or you going to try to get up and walk? Or you going to try to, you know, stop eating or, you know, make some changes? You know, I started accepting and stop using excuses and I really try to just take care of myself, especially as you get older. So that's how when you say, did you fall in love with yourself? I just accept myself more. And I want all of you to do that too. You're okay. I had a young man I was talking to earlier today who was like, he feel like he a failure and he's trying to go this way in his life, but he feel like he a failure. I told him, you're not a failure. First of all, stop saying negative stuff. Because I was doing that. When I was 20 years old, I was the same thing too. I thought I was, stop saying negative things to yourself. Stop saying negative things to kids too. Stop saying negative things to my babies. If they mess up, they mess up. But you encourage them, and definitely stop saying negative things to yourself. If you're not feeling good that day, give yourself a break. So you know what? This is just not a good day right now, but it'll be okay. It'll get better. Always try to say positive, but don't use words like failure and it's over. It's like, y'all, come on, really? This is my Emmy that I won. Ooh, I talk about this in the book. You see this? My Emmy. And see, can y'all read it? It's Loni Love as host, the real. This is for host. It's heavy. Like, keep it right there. And I'm going to tell you, I keep that to remind me of how far I've come. That's it. It's not to brag, it's to tell you how far I've come, And I think that's what a lot of people, if you need something, I don't know, maybe you may look at your child and say, that's how far I've come. I had this baby that I care about and that loves me unconditionally. You might have a project that you do. Have something in your life that you can look at and go, look how far I've come. That's what you do, okay? We're going to keep it going. Thank you for your question, Brittany. Michelle Conyers from Georgia. Oh, she's a Sora. What up, Sora? Hey, with the years you openly and casually dated, why now you decide to openly date and seriously date? Okay, first of all, I talk about this in the book, Sora, but I'll let you in on a few things. For years, I was having failed relationships, and I talk about the failed relationships and everything. And for years, I was having those failed relationships, and I was basically wasting my time and my energy. And so one day, I was looking at, I think it was maybe Monique or Niecy Nash, and I saw all these girls, and they were making it in the entertainment industry. And I'm like, I'm sitting up here, because they're like 10 years ahead of me. They're like 10 years ahead of me when I'm talking about being in the entertainment industry and stuff like that. And I was in this really bad relationship, and I said, you know what? It's time for me to stop dealing with these bad relationships, and I'm just going to focus on my career. And that's what I did. And so I had to totally stop dating. I just went all in. And the minute I started focusing all in and wasn't worried about, is this person over here cheating on me, or is this happening, or, why is he wearing that? Then I knew that I was making the right plan for me, because I had to just, refocus my priorities. And that's what I started doing. So that's why I was single for so long. And then while all that was happening, I ended up getting on the talk show. And at the time, all of the girls were in relationships except for me. And so I just always kept it, even though I started back dating, I always kept it private, because I think that a lot of times when you're dating, and I was casually dating, I was multi-dating. I wasn't a slut. I see some of y'all, you was doing it. No, I was casually dating. And, it's just, I couldn't bring one to the table and then not bring the other one, and then I look all crazy. So that's why I kept it I just kept it private. I do say in the book why I finally opened up. And it's a very interesting story that you want to read, because some of y'all are at this point in your crossroads of your life where you have a lot of things, but you don't have love. And you have to prioritize, and you have to think about love. And I want you to understand that, and I want you to read about it. And it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. Everybody needs love, and everybody needs priority. And I think a lot of you may know what I'm talking about, because, with this quarantine, it has us readdressing and thinking about a lot of things. Like, if, where are we going to take the rest of our lives? What are we going to do as far as if we have someone romantically? A lot of us were self-isolating. We didn't have anybody. I was always checking on my friends I knew that were single and by themselves because I wanted to make sure that they were okay. Luckily, I had already found my love prior to that, so I wasn't quarantining by myself. So there's a lot of reasons why I went public with my relationship, and I talk about it. So it's right there. So thank you for your question. Have balance in your life, y'all. Thank you, Soror, for your question. Okay. Marie from Washington says, super proud of you, thank you, and how far you've come from the college tours and Chelsea. Remember Chelsea lately? To here. Do you see a reunion tour of the comedians of Chelsea lately in the future? That would be great, wouldn't it? I would love to do. I'm still in contact with Sarah and with Josh and with Chris and with Chelsea too, her crazy self. I would love to do that. If we could ever, get into a comedy club, that would be great. I'm like, let me sign your book. That would be absolutely fantastic, and I think people would love it. Chelsea, I have to thank her, Chelsea Handler, for making that show, because that being on a late night show on a regular basis helped to put my name out there. It gave me exposure. It gave me money in my pocket. Plus, it also helped me with my ticket sales when I was going on the road. So, nothing is ever too small. Women do help each other, and no matter what anybody wants to say, women do help each other. So people like Chelsea Handler has helped me. Ellen DeGeneres, I talk about that in the book, how women have helped me to help further my career. And I think it's important to recognize people. So when you have an opportunity to, you should. So I do want to recognize and thank them publicly for everything that they've done to help me get here. I want you to stay. If you want a signed copy of the book, I'm signing them. I will be signing them all night. Just go to premiercollectibles.com/Loni, and you can get your book, and I will sign it. And this is my second book. My first book was a dating advice book called Love 'Em or Leave 'Em, but Don't Get Stuck with the Tab. I like long names. I tried to change so you don't have to. Now let's show you the book cover. The book cover, this one, I was trying to be fake it, like I'm gonna fake it and act like I'm rich and everything. All this costume jewelry, it was a mess. Then I said, I'm gonna do comedy like a man. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna dress up. I was dressing up in suits and trying to do, all kind of, P jokes and D jokes. You know what I'm talking about. That didn't work. Then I said, I'm going to be a rapper. I was MC Whack. That should have been my rapper name, right? Then I was like, ooh, I'm going to be sexy. Let me be the sex kitten. And Lord, I could not. Look at the wig. Was everywhere. Then I was going to be the evangelist. Let me put God in my life. Maybe that'll work. Let me take the collection plate. Couldn't keep the church open. So then I was just myself. And that's me. So that's the whole purpose of the book cover. And this, usually I get recommendations or I have people, to do that. And I did get a lot. I got, Kevin Hart, he gave me a quote. And, different people, the girls gave me a quote. But I just decided just to put a joke, about, the Brewster Projects and survival guide. That's what I wanted to do. So that's the whole meaning behind the cover and everything. And I'm going to sign your book right here. Yes, I am. I'm going to sign it. And not now. I think Carl from Seattle, Washington says, what has been your favorite role? Ooh. My favorite role of all time? Now, just for some of y'all that don't know, I've been in like Disney shows. I've been in Nickelodeon shows. Yes, they let me be with the kids. But my favorite role, I would have to say, is my first major movie, which was Shanice in Soul Plane, because that was a great experience. I got to work with, so many people, D.L. Hughley, get well, DL. Snoop Dogg, Tom Arnold, Monique, of course, Kevin Hart is when, we were always doing the comedy circuit. And that movie actually was supposed to be like a movie for black comedy. And it was supposed to, because it had more black comedians ever, than any movie I've ever seen besides maybe Eddie Murphy and Harlem Nights. It was, but we even had more comics because we had some more. Sofia Vergara was in it, even though she's not a comic. She was this before she hit it big with Modern Family. And so when we shot it, it was just a labor of love, but it was something that we all truly believed in. And unfortunately, I talk about in the book about what happened in that movie. You want to read it, okay? But yeah, my favorite role would be in Soul playing as Shanice. I love that. Stacy from Sacramento, California. Where's an affordable area near LA that a young artist could move until more money was coming in? Whew, Stacy. Okay. When I was coming up and I was like, didn't have the funds and everything, I stayed in a place called the Jungle in LA. And I'm gonna tell you why. It was spacious. It was 2 bedrooms. I'll never forget. It was $500, but it was a little sketchy. But I mean, they didn't bother me. The only thing is, like, when I would have dates, they would always, the police would always stop them. So that's when I had to move out, But there are a lot of, this is the thing. If you're struggling, there are a lot of things you can do. You can get a roommate. Which I advise, make sure you check, background check and all that kind of stuff. Or if you have a friend that you could be a roommate with, I would recommend that you do that. There are a lot of like low cost places. Like I said, the Jungle isn't bad. Just stay on the outside of it, but it's not bad, but it's very economical, and you just do what you have to do. It's not like you're gonna be there forever. And the thing is that I grew up in the projects. I grew up in a low cost housing area, and there's some good people. They just don't have the money to live like, lavishly and out. But there's some good people, so I would recommend that you make friends. I would recommend that if you move in a place like that you get to know who is around you, because you become a community. And, as you are trying to come up, you can see that you will have this community of support. So that's very important. You guys, so many questions, but I've enjoyed all the time that we've had. Tomorrow, like I said, I will be on The View tomorrow. This is the premiere of my second book. I tried to change so you don't have to. I will give you a signed copy. And all you have to do is go to premiercollectibles.com, premiercollectibles.com/Loni, and it will direct you to get a signed book by me. But I want to say to everybody that's still here with me, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this time. I hope that you're okay. I hope that you're healthy. I hope that you're well. And if you want to give this as a gift to someone, I think it's great, especially to young people, and let them know, that there is hope and there's inspiration and that they can get a laugh. So thank you so much for my first book signing. You guys rocked. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. I'm about to cry. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. And remember, go to premiercollectibles.com/Loni. I will get you a signed book to you expeditiously. I love you. Take care.